So hey, what is happening everybody? This is Jimmy Bones back at it again with another video, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of a different review. This review is going to be based off of the post that I put down on my community tab asking if you all wanted to see me review these inflatables that I got for at home. Now, I am not very familiar with inflatable reviews, so you all will have to be patient with me. I think I've only done one inflatable review, and that was over the small 3-foot alien that was sold last year on Amazon and also at other retail stores once Halloween started rolling around, because, you know, I'm a big fan of aliens. Now, I am definitely not the biggest inflatable guy, but here as of lately, I have definitely gained a much more greater love and respect for inflatables and their designs, mainly thanks to Infla, because Infla has brought out quite a bit of love that I have for these inflatables personally, and I've absolutely enjoyed being able to just see all the different kinds of designs, and they're also very affordable, and on top of that, they are just full of different creativity, and you have so many infinite possibilities when it comes to these inflatables. Now, this is not a Gemmy inflatable. As you can see, it actually does say at home on the top. And usually with these inflatables, I know they're not as high quality as Gemmy, but when I saw this guy in the stores, I just couldn't help but want to get one of my own because I am a big fan of Reapers, and the fact that this is animated just made it even better. As you can see, he does move back and forth slowly, and he also does have a really cool design. Now, whether or not this is made by AirFlowz, I am completely unaware because I don't believe anywhere on the box does it state that this is made by AirFlowz. Another thing I wanted to point out is that actually after going through the instructions, I was completely wrong. This is definitely AirFlowz, and while AirFlowz is definitely not the best material or the best company out there to be making inflatables, considering the fact that it is kind of At Home's own little small brand that they are using this year, the animation for this inflatable is definitely not that bad, and nor is the material, so I can definitely give AirFlowz a props for making decently good inflatables, but yet also selling them at decently good prices. Another thing that comes with this guy are the basic plastic yard stakes. Now, these I have seen come with Amazon inflatables. They're your basic plastic ones. They're not that bad, in my opinion. Definitely a little better than what usually Gemmy gives you. But Gemmy also does things just a little differently. But that's just basically my opinion on these things. I've never had really a bad experience with these, actually. And once they're staked into the ground, they actually hold in pretty well. It comes also with string as well, so you obviously can tie them down to your inflatable over here. And you can also put in all these stakes and make sure that he's weighted in pretty good, along with the bean bags, the heavy bean bags that are also at the very bottom of every single inflatable that is more like this. And Gemmy usually does things kind of similar, only they have different kinds of plastic stakes compared to the Amazon kind of inflatables, and obviously AirFlowz. So just thought I'd point that out and give you all that opinion there. Just kind of give you all an idea of what this guy comes with. But I definitely know that it is not made by Gemmy. Now, again, this is At Home's personal kind of company that makes these inflatables, and they are not terrible quality, most definitely, but they are definitely not Gemmy quality. But besides that fact, I think that these are going to be pretty good inflatables. I do have one more that I'm going to be showing you all, and it's actually another inflatable I thought that would look pretty good with this one. So without any further ado, I thought we should go ahead and get it out of the box. I believe I can review it here in my room because it might fit in here. We're gonna have to find out and see. But as you can see, the box is also not even that big either. It's actually decently good size, but it's definitely not as big as, like I've said before, a Gemmy inflatable. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and open this guy and see what he's all about. Okay, so as a non-Gemmy inflatable, I have to admit that this is kind of impressive considering how they actually had this work. So I was a little confused at first because I thought he was broken and I wasn't sure what the heck was going on, but only to come to find out that no, what you were seeing here is how he functions. So pretty much what you see on the back here is that you're going to see a motor, two different fan motors, and one's right here and then the other one is down here at the bottom. This one keeps everything else inflated, while this one seems to activate and deactivate to allow this jump scare kind of animation, which is kind of interesting considering, because you know, usually when we see animated props, we're used to Gemmy putting like some sort of turn mech in there or some other sort of inflatable like mech that usually makes the inflatable move a lot better and a lot more, I guess you could say, more smoother. But considering the fact, like I said, that this is not Gemmy, that's kind of impressive, the fact that they managed to do something kind of makeshift. Consider the fact that he is also more so like Amazon inflatable material, but I'm actually not going to complain about it, because considering the fact that he is actually not Gemmy, this is pretty impressive. The material actually feels pretty good. It feels a little cheaper compared to Gemmy's inflatable material, but that doesn't mean that it's horrible. And for the price, I actually think you're getting a lot out of this, believe it or not. I think you're doing a lot just by having this inflatable here with you. And I think he looks really good. I think the tombstone doesn't look that bad. It has basic but yet decent detail on it. I absolutely love the face of the Reaper. I think that's probably one of the most awesome aspects of him. I think that the face looks probably the best out of everything, in my opinion. It has obviously no like different other glowing lights, but there are some LEDs here in the back of the body. There's also two here, one on each hand, and then there's also one right here in the tombstone so it can light up. So I guess you could say the lighting is pretty well distributed amongst the entire body itself, so that way you can see this Reaper very well. Besides that, I absolutely love the entire design, and for 8 feet and for the size of the box that you get, that's pretty impressive, the fact that they managed to stick an 8-foot tall inflatable into this into that box down there. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and I have to admit I am very impressed with this overall material. I definitely think they could have done a little better on the motor personally, considering the fact it's an at-home, but again, it is an at-home inflatable, so what do you expect for it not being Gemmy? But I mean, the inflatable motor in the back is kind of annoying. It is making it hard for me to think and get my words out here, because it starts in like really loudly, I'm sure you can hear it, and then it stops and then it goes again, and that's how he does his animation. So very interesting, really interesting concept. I'll just give you all a quick close-up again of this guy, kind of show you all the overall just kind of look of him. I absolutely love the color scheme. Definitely fits him pretty well, and I'm actually really excited to use this guy in my display this year. Very decently good inflatable, animated inflatable for that matter, considering the fact that he is a non-Gemmy inflatable and he's at-home branded. But without any further ado, I will give you all a small little demo of him in a darker environment and in light environment. So here we go.